Hello and welcome to the Older Adult Suspected Abuse Station. So this station tests the candidate's ability to identify the possibility of carer abuse in an elderly female and tests the candidate's knowledge in the principles of management in this particular situation. So in terms of the structure for this particular station, as with the other presentation stations on the course, first thing I'd be saying is that obviously we want to be coming into these stations with the demeanour of a high trainee doctor, an ST4 or above, and that early on in your introduction and setting the scene, you want to highlight the fact that there are some issues that you wanted to discuss urgently, which can just aid in that general introduction, and then obviously. As we've done with some of the other presentation scenarios on the course, it's just summarising the case as you would do in your own way. As you can see in the way that I do it, I obviously mention the patient's name, the age, gender, etc., reason for referral, and the findings. And then obviously the key issues that we need to bring out are the fact that there's a discrepancy in the patient's current injuries and the reasoning stated by the patient, and also how the husband is reacting to how these injuries occurred. Additionally, the patient smells of urine and is agitated, so there may also be a UTI there. However, the main concern is this issue of abuse. So in terms of the queries, the consultant obviously asked me what our next steps would be. And really it's about further information gathering in a non-judgmental manner to confirm our suspicions of abuse. And in terms of the manner in which this is done, it depends obviously on the situation and the area in which you work. I mean, in the video I said that I would be gathering more information, but the key thing is to emphasise that you'd be taking the lead from duty social work regarding this. And emphasising that it's about the need to gather more information to initiate a safeguarding procedure for a vulnerable adult. And depending on where you work, some social work departments would want further information before they would get involved, or some social workers would want to do a further joint assessment with you. So there's no hard and fast rule there, but the key thing is just emphasising that you would want them involved, the duty social worker involved urgently to look at information gathering in a non-judgmental way to initiate a safeguarding procedure. And obviously this needs to be done urgently, and ideally you'd want to be speaking to the wife individually and then also the husband individually to get information. And then if we clearly suspect that abuse is going on, then we would need to initiate a safeguarding protocol, and then looking at transferring the wife to a place of safety. And in the longer term, looking at respite care, carer support, and looking at reducing the level of social isolation, because these were the risk factors in this case that predisposed to the abuse occurring. So there was, as I said, so the lack of respite care, social isolation, and lack of carer support will be the things to be addressing. So just in terms of some of the relevant script lines in this station, so as I've said earlier, it's just as part of the introduction. You want to be highlighting your concerns and the urgency of the situation early on, just to give the impression to the consultant that you're already aware of what's happening here. So my name is Dr. X, I'm one of the psychiatrists that work here in the team, and I've just assessed a 78-year-old lady during a home visit after she was referred by her GP due to concerns of agitation that were raised by her husband. During my assessment, I was immediately concerned about a number of observations that need to be urgently addressed. So notably, Mrs. Rose was poorly kempt and smelt of urine. She also presented with evidence of multiple bruising at various stages of healing, including to her jaw, and she'd stated that she'd fallen down the stairs. Her husband was also abrupt to myself and expressed irritation towards her. He was also unable to describe how these injuries occurred and was out of the house when he said he was out of the house when these actually occurred. He also said that he'd been caring for her for 14 consecutive days with no break. So you're just really emphasising the key issues in the case during your presentation, and I'm sure that you would have all been able to do that given this particular scenario. And then I would like to discuss the situation with the duty of social work urgently to look at gathering further information about the situation and speak to Mrs. Rose in the absence of her husband to tactfully attempt to elicit any further information. My priority is to assess whether her injuries were as a result of physical abuse. We would also need to exclude the possibility of any ongoing emotional, financial, and sexual abuse if concerned. We would also want the husband tactfully interviewed individually with a non-judgmental approach as to how he'd been coping as her main carer. If there are significant concerns, the next step in management would be to refer the case to duty social work to look at safeguarding Mrs. Rose and transfer to a place of safety. The risks in this case have been of ongoing social isolation, carer stress, and lack of respite care. So I hope that tutorial is useful for you. Good luck with it, and I will see you in the next tutorial.